Here we go. All right. Welcome to Saturday night. We used to do this on Saturday night sometimes. So this is the end of the year show. Everybody can hear me okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I turned down my gain because I had a computer on next to me that was making a lot of noise. So this is episode 63. Now, what's interesting is our last show of 2017 was episode 27, which I just made go live on BitChute not too long ago and is getting some decent traction. So along with me, so I'm your host, Brain Muffin. Along with me is a man who's been here fairly close from the beginning, Reality's Frank.
Your mama is so ugly, her portraits hang themselves.
God.
I think it was episode 3 he joined.
Just right off the bat.
That other giggling goofball, Jabba.
What's up, everyone?
Don't know if LMP is going to join, and I don't know if Erik Ward's going to join, but I did send it out to everybody. So while you guys are talking, I might send it out to some old WCBS members on Facebook. Cool. See if anybody else is around.
You're
so you guys are talking about Adventure Time. Yeah, you guys want to keep talking about that, or you want to go on to other things?
Well, not in conversation, but we were just talking about Adventure Time versus Steven Universe. And like, my stance was Steven Universe was focused too heavily on getting all feelsy and being Tumblr bait, whereas Adventure Time was focused more on having characters with depth who were entertaining and, you know, worth watching, at least in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I knew it was a Steven Universe was already gonna be a shit show just from looking at the trailer, looking at the characters. Like the first thing I was like, they got a fat kid as one of the main characters.
And it was that fucking, it was that shitty art style that's just starting to spread around, ruin everything, like that fucking Thundercats and Teen Titans, and that's where that shit started.
Yeah. So
and deliberately ugly art style.
Yeah, and probably one of the worst fan base I've ever heard because I've been seeing so many videos about them. Oh my God, talk about toxic. And they talk about us Star Wars fans. Fuck those people. Yeah. They need to be looking at themselves. That's what I say. Oh, this is good. I got some meat in my mouth. Sorry. I mean, beef. I mean, some beef.
Why am I not surprised?
Sorry. It's some that.
You know, that's funny.
Not really.
Insert joke here.
Insert, yeah. Just insert. Insert here.
Insert meat here.
Oh, that's cruel. So, 2018 saw some really interesting things. Now, one of the things that I put in the description, I put some topics for us to talk about, as well as we'll do some kind of look back. I know, this is end of year, and people go, but I'm kind of excited. I did some experimentation today. So I mentioned BitChute earlier. So somebody, well, why are your videos showing up on BitChute? So I've been sending quite a few over there. BitChute's a bit more open platform, a little bit more free for discussions of things, at least for now. We'll see. I don't know if you can make money on BitChute like you supposedly can on YouTube. You don't tend to get commercials, but we've gotten some good traction on some of our videos, and I don't know how much of it is the thumbnail. Right now, episode 16 is at 111 views now. Anyway, but we've got one that's 1,400, I think, is the one Asian. But some of them already have more views on BitChute than they have on YouTube, and some have been up for like a year and a half.
Damn.
So I actually did an experiment with my own channel 2 days ago. Well, technically 3. It was the 26th. I uploaded the same video to YouTube and to BitChute. 2 days later, 0 views on YouTube, 101 on BitChute.
Damn.
It has Rose Tico in the thumbnail. It was an article read about, it's an old article about, is Disney rebooting Star Wars, that kind of stuff. I finally got around to recording that one. I got a zillion I'm supposed to do, and I've just been sitting here pitifying all day, just screwing around. But so there's an experimentation that I did today. I don't know if anybody saw it. I was live for about 6 minutes, and I'm going to because I supposedly hooked in my BitChute account with my YouTube account, and I'm going to see if it carries over. And then I'm going to put a couple of videos up. I'll put a video or two up. One of the regular WCBS listeners, Josh DeFore, he's the one that kind of contacted me through Facebook Messenger about possibly moving more stuff to BitChute. And he's apparently some of the content creators he follows, they do videos on YouTube and then they show up on BitChute, sometimes a few minutes, sometimes a few hours later. So we'll see what happens. So my goal is by our next show, whether that's on Friday or Saturday or whatever day it is, next week, all of the videos will be up and live. All the old ones will be up and live. And so that we can, if this live stuff works, otherwise I'll have to just download it and put it over there. So I don't see it replacing YouTube anytime soon, but it's just kind of, trying to diversify a little bit, trying to get our content in other areas in case, they decide that we're a bunch of sex pigs and shut us down.
Too late on that.
Seriously.
Well, yeah.
Is there any way you can see if people are watching the whole videos or just clicking to see what it is and then leaving?
Yeah, I haven't been able to get that kind of stats. We've had a couple down votes. I've been watching them with my channel and then leaving comments and stuff just to kind of help circulate. But Josh DeFore did say that earlier he was on BitChute and he went to the main page and one of the old Fan Caste episodes showed up on the video on the front page. So
nice.
That's nice. Episode 27, we had Hope Beale was our BBC. I guess we were still calling it BBC back then. As far as the one tonight, I don't know how to pronounce her name, but Tapadai is the only one that voted. So
I know, right? Bitches.
Number one. But we'll save the other ones for when we need hot Asian women.
They all look the same to me.
All slant-eyed and everything. You could blindfold them with some dental floss.
You just see big boobs, right? Yeah. That's all that matters.
What eyes?
Yeah. I didn't notice. All I just saw was boobs going up and down, so I know she was breathing. Heaving chest. So, but yeah, episode 51. I've got everything uploaded through 51. Although that one's still processing. It does take a long time for BitChute to get everything going. So I'm trying to be a little bit more throttled back on that, but we'll see. So you guys have any? I haven't listened to any episodes in a while, so I don't know what's going on in the main show. You got any topics you want to talk about over
there? Real quick though, I would like to say we should definitely call this the year GameStop was getting the red pill, because considering what happened to the. Did y'all see the video with the trans person? You call me ma'am. It's ma'am.
I heard it. I keep seeing it. I haven't clicked on it. I'm like, I don't care.
It's so fucking hilarious.
Did you see on the Facebook page someone posted the Super
Saiyan one? Yeah.
Super Saiyan versus Macho Man Tranny Savage.
I saw that one.
That was awesome.
I know. Oh my god, I fucking did love that one. I saw that one, but I just love the way how that GameStop was like, sir, it's like, you just said sir again, and I'm just like laughing my ass off, like. And then, but what really takes the cake for me though is at the very end of the video when that person, I don't know what it was, says, I'm gonna let the LGBTQ community know, and y'all gonna lose money. And I'm like, man, I wish I was there. Like, I give my soul just so I can yell out jokes on you. They're already losing money, bitch. Yeah.
So, didn't they have wasn't it a game? Oh, sorry.
What happened?
Didn't they, wasn't it a GameStop not too long ago that the guy tried to return some game and, they were going to give him like $5 or something and he went crazy?
Well, I think he didn't have the receipt.
76.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's where it started. Like, some guy, it was a black guy. He got off pissed off and started wrecking shit. And that dude was all chill. Because I remember, like, Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers did a reaction video to it. It was pretty funny how he's reacting to it. And, but, Yeah, there was that because I heard he didn't have his receipt. So like,
Oh yeah.
I mean, come on, man, if you don't have your receipt, this ain't AutoZone where they take your number or Lowe's. They can look it up.
Yeah.
Maybe they should consider doing that, so we won't have those problems anymore. Or you have some transvestite going off on you. It's ma'am. I fucking love that video.
Yeah.
And
I
then
keep
the
seeing
dude-
that one posted, but I haven't looked at it yet.
But you should look at it. It's funny.
Quick shout out to the chat. Stephen Lazard is in, and somebody called Lape his anus.
Hey,
Oh, that guy, person, whatever.
it's
Oh,
a
that's
woman. Want to bet $5 it's a woman.
What? Wait a minute. LMP is in the chat?
Yeah, he just messaged me. I was about to tell you. Supposedly he's Ugg shopping with his mom, and he didn't
Uggs?
realize the time. Yeah,
Oh, he had. Oh, come on. He
I
had
know.
a fucking day to plan on this.
I know. That's what I'm thinking. LMP, get your ass back home quick.
Lazy Mexicans, I swear.
Shit, Mexican American.
No.
Huh?
No, he
He's
hasn't earned
Mexican
that.
American.
He hasn't
Are you
earned that.
All
He's
right.
just a-
You hear that, LMP? You haven't earned Mexican American yet. You just Mexican. That's what I had to say about the GameStop. The year GameStop got red pilled. There go the dogs.
yeah.
And they're all three of them are right beside me.
Mhm.
You just wait till gypsies get deported, Frank. Yeah, you might be in trouble there, Frank. Although you bathe more than once a week, so
Yeah, I do. So, and I actually live in a house, an apartment, so I'm not a gypsy.
yeah.
I ain't no gyppo. And Kendo can suck my taint.
Now, is that the same place you were when they were doing like fixing the
Yeah, we're
siding
still
at 10
stuck here
p.m.?
in this friggin' shithole.
Hey, as long as it's not cockroach infested, it's better than my first apartment.
That's true.
Yeah, it's one step up.
Yeah, they would spray once a month, I guess. And all it did was kill the weak ones. And then you'd have these cockroaches that were like 4 inches long.
Don't say that.
No, LMP, we are
Cockroaches.
not going back to Skype. We are not going back to Skype. Ever.
Only in emergency. How about that?
Yeah, I've tried to use the Hangouts app. I haven't been able to get to work either.
Well, something's wrong with y'all shit.
Yeah.
Technology works for me all the time.
Well, I use a laptop, so it's fine for me.
That's what
Give it
she
a little
said.
nice smack on the ass.
All right. See, I thought Erik was going to be here, so I put Leanne McAdoo in the description. He isn't here.
Wait, is that the chick he's always, drooling over?
Yeah.
I don't even know who that is, though. Who is that?
She was on InfoWars.
Really?
Yeah.
You have to send me a picture or something or the name.
Just go look at the BBC list.
Well, sorry. Okay, which episode?
That's what I'm looking. I'm looking at the
Okay,
list.
see?
I don't have it memorized. My name's not Oggs.
Oggs. I wish Oggs was here so I could meet him.
Episode 22. Last year in November. We forgot to do Proctober again this year. Should have done that in October. So that was getting probed by Jabba for prostate health.
Well, I'm glad I missed that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think I had a physical or something. I still haven't done my, hey, congratulations, you're 50 physical. Can't hold a job long enough. So, although I had 9 months at the last job, I probably should have done it.
Well, it's been a while since you've been 50.
What did his clock go all the way around back to the beginning?
6 months.
Yeah.
6 months and 1 day.
Anyway, so hey, Frank, do you want to talk about The Last Jedi now?
Yes, I finally bit the bullet and watched that piece of shit.
I'm salivating right now.
But it's wonderful and awesome.
Yeah,
That's the most artistic Star Wars film ever made. It's brilliant.
No, it's no. What? No.
He probably just didn't understand it. That's all it is. He didn't understand. He didn't get it, man. That's
no, it's because I'm intimidated by women. That's the real problem.
Oh.
No, seriously, like as I was telling Tap and Die before we went live, is like if you could see some of the utterly wretched trash in my DVD collection that I have watched multiple times and enjoyed, you know I have a pretty high threshold for bad movies.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes... Manos is just the tip of that iceberg, okay? There's shit way worse than that. It takes a special kind of shit to make me just, yell at the TV, give me a fucking break, come on, what is going on? What is wrong with you? And there was a lot of that during this screening. And like every fucking moment is like, are you kidding me? What are you doing? What did you just say? Why are you doing this? Where the fuck did you come from? It's like, and the ending pissed me off because that was fucking retarded.
Wait, which part?
Yeah, all of it.
All of it.
Like, when Luke just shows up on fucking Not Hoth. He's able to hug Leia and give her Han's, little dice. But then when he goes outside, he's intangible.
Right.
And he's holding Anakin's old lightsaber instead of his own green one.
Right. But he's holding it correctly. He's the only one that holds the lightsaber correctly.
True. There is that minor point.
Give this man an Oscar.
But it's like the end of Highlander 2 where the dragon katana gets smashed when Ramirez under the huge blade, but then during the final battle, McLeod just pulls out of nowhere and uses it. And like, where the fuck did that come from? That got broken.
Right.
That shouldn't be here. And when Rey and Kylo Ren are pulling on the lightsaber and the thing breaks in half, I'm thinking, okay, they destroyed the lightsaber, but then it's back later on. Like, what the fuck?
Well, it's in pieces. It's in two pieces now.
No, it looked like it was put back together again.
I know. I thought it was in pieces, laying beside each other, or laying near each other. I don't remember it being
maybe
together.
Maybe I don't.
Does it really matter?
It absolutely matters.
At this point, no, it doesn't.
Yes, Grim Falcon. I watched Highlander 2 several times because I was a huge Highlander fan, and I would even sit through that.
Grim Falcon. Why does he keep talking?
Yeah, he's in the chat.
Oh, in the chat. Yeah. The thing I'm supposed to be paying attention to.
Yes, good job.
Yeah, yeah. Highlander 2 was one of those movies I remember watching it going. Some studio exec were like, we need to make more money. But at least it didn't fully undo everything of Highlander. I mean, it partially did, because then they were aliens and all this other nonsense that McLeod just didn't remember.
Yeah.
But wasn't there like a third one or a fourth one?
Wasn't there like a TV series?
Well, there was a TV series, and then the TVs in the movie. It was like, it's kind of like what's happening with Terminator. Like each time they make another movie, it just gets worse.
Yep. It's like the first one was great. The second one was awful. Then there was the TV series. Then the third movie, which was the kind of Evil Dead 2, where they basically just rehashed the plot of the first movie because that one at least worked. Then there was Highlander Endgame, which was awful.
Right.
And then Sci-Fi produced Highlander The Source, which was complete dretch.
Damn, I feel bad for the Highlander series. I've only seen the first one.
Now they're talking remake, which
of course
is just going to be even worse. But I digress. I felt like I finally had to watch Last Jedi just so that I could criticize it, without, I never seen this movie. It's like the people who talk about how they've never touched a joint in their lives and they swear marijuana is the worst thing for you. It's like, you have no basis of opinion.
No.
So I had to have a fair basis of opinion. And now that I've seen it, I can honestly say The Last Jedi is fucking garbage.
There you go. You've now ascended.
Yes.
Well, next time, watch it while smoking marijuana, and it may make more sense.
Oh, no. I'm never watching that again. I watched it, and I immediately deleted it from my computer, and I'm like, done.
Would you download it?
Yeah, he did.
Maybe.
Okay.
Did you get the Chinese subtitles?
No, didn't have any subtitles.
No wonder Imego sent you.
No, it was a clean DVD rip. I fucking hated. Oh, what's his fucking name there? The thief guy they hooked up with.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah. I was gonna say the fucking stutter. That was irritating.
Yeah.
I fucking hated Rose Tico. Rose Tico is like fucking Madonna, not Madonna, fucking Roseanne in space.
I'm not fucking.
She's like Asian Roseanne in space. That's how fucking ugly and nasty she was.
There we go.
And that is all Rian Johnson, because that young lady does not look that bad in real life. That's all him in the potato sack nonsense.
Mm-hmm. And the hair.
She got way too many close-ups. It was not flattering.
Yeah, it's like they shot her close up with a wide angle lens or something to make her look fatter.
And she sexually assaulted Finn.
Yeah,
I saw that.
Yeah, who in the world is guarding the escape pods? And she calls him a coward, and it's like he's not a coward. He's trying to get somewhere else so that Rey doesn't come looking for him there.
You mean Ma-Rae Sue?
Ma-Rae Sue.
Yeah, that's what you got to call her.
Have everything Rey does. How does Yoda put it? They don't need the books. I mean, he basically says we don't need the books because Rey already knows everything. Everything
the books can't teach you anything that Rey doesn't already know.
Yeah. But so, we're the Nazis.
She's not just the Mary Sue. She's the Mary Sue at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she better be
like
moving.
You can lose the books, don't lose Rey. Everything is all about fucking her again.
Fucking her? And I don't want to fuck her.
Ah, man, you're like Roseanne and Rey. Yeah, I saw a video. I saw something that was Daisy Ridley showing, I guess her apartment in London, and she had a dress on, and it was just like, it just looks like a table with legs. Wearing a and she wasn't.
She's all teeth, isn't she?
Yeah, she isn't any better looking in real life.
As opposed to a table with arms. Where are you going with that?
She's so flat.
Hey,
Dion fucker. She's white and it's a woman. That's all he needs.
Yeah, but it isn't a big fat woman with big boobs.
And she's got horse teeth, so Dion would never touch that.
Yeah. Yeah, that too. That is a problem.
That definitely is.
All right. Well, episode 52 is now being processed by BitChute.
Woo!
Are you happy now, Grim Falcon?
Damn straight.
Damn straight.
You motherfuckers and your technology and your YouTubes and your Facebooks and your
but what's her name who plays
what the fuck?
Rose isn't that bad. I mean, she's cute, but in real life. But
yeah,
Daisy Ridley doesn't get any better. Although I didn't see the what is that, the Orient Express movie? She didn't in the preview. She didn't look too bad, but I was like, she's full skip. Who was it that said that she probably smells like cabbage too? Was that Jeff?
Probably.
I mean, down there for anyone who not keeping score at home. Anyway, playing the WCBS home game.
No, I think she's built like a Barbie. There's nothing down there. It's
I'll
just
say this:
plastic.
I watched it once on Netflix when they did the watch party, and I was pretty blitz-chased. But when Luke and Rey were talking in that whatever area where he talks about how the Jedi at the height of their power allowed Sidious to come to power, basically pull a fast one over him and get rid of him. because they were full of hubris. That I think is a fair critique of the prequels. That the Jedi are so they're powerful as an order. They think they know everything. There's a little bit of a superiority complex with them that Qui-Gon kind of fights against, and Obi-Wan ends up kind of stuck between the high order of you don't see this much with Yoda, but with what's his nuts character,
Just nuts.
Mace
Windu. He's a bit more arrogant. I like that conversation. It's like there was this kernel of an idea that really could have been the entire movie. But it was just, and I was like, okay, I'm betting that Ryan wrote that part several times. The rest of it feels like a first draft, but not that scene. The acting was good. The dialogue was accurate. It did give a possible reason for Luke to want to be secluded, but it was just 3 minutes or so in a 2.5-hour movie that was like that's the only part of it that I was like, oh, this is the essence of Star Wars right here. The rest of it was just laser blasts and stupid things and trying to subvert our expectations, and you think this is going to happen, but no, this is going to happen because subvert your expectations. It's like Ryan went out of way and sometimes multiple times in each scene to subvert your expectations.
Yeah.
And it just
after
the first half hour of gotcha, you pulling the rug out from under the audience. I was like, this is getting exhausting. So,
and then of course the goddamn porgs.
Those things.
Like,
that
what
was I'm very mixed emotions about the porgs, because they're there because those stupid puffins are all over that frickin' island that they filmed on.
Yeah,
and they
but
had to get
why
rid
did
of
they
them.
take one with them when they left?
Right.
Wait, they took just one? I thought they took a bunch.
A bunch of them, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
They're gonna raise them. They're gonna have fried porg.
That's what I would do. Kill them all. Hey, that's why you got that video they did, the how to cook a porg. So I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
When the time comes, when I find one and kill one.
Yeah, yeah, and I agree with Grim Falcon there, because I think that would have been a good thing to that Luke didn't want to repeat the differences, but that would have been like a good flashback as to why he creates his academy the way he does, as opposed to having him run off like a scared cuck. But I blame that at Jar Jar Abrams, because he's the one that had Luke run away. If Luke Skywalker has vanished and it's been years, but he was trying to make Luke too much like Yoda. Well, Yoda flees to Dagobah, as we see in the prequels, which I didn't like the way Lucas set that up, basically for his life. Back in 1980, when I saw Empire, a lot of my thoughts about Yoda was kind of like the Kung Fu master, that once you reach a certain level, you would seek out somebody and he'd be in some remote place, right? This new master, either Zen Buddhism or any of those things. And you had to have this journey to go and find him. And he's always there. And only a select few Jedi knew he was there, which is why Darth Vader does not know he's there. Why Darth Vader never interprets that from Luke, when they're fighting, especially in Return of the Jedi, when he picks up that Luke has a sister. And then to have in the prequels Anakin have all this interaction with Yoda and Yoda be well known, I was like, that just kind of removes the entire mystique. I mean, yeah, okay, he flees for his life, but they would have been looking for him. I think it would have been better if he doesn't know and Obi-Wan gets sent to Yoda to train because they sense more power in him than the typical Jedi. I think it should have been that same kind of mystique. He has to seek him out on Dagobah, kind of like Qui-Gon tells him about him, and maybe Qui-Gon still dies, and then as part of his training, he kind of goes off on his own to do that. But Lucas screwed up the prequels completely, so
Yeah, because I had an idea on how the prequels should have gone the first episode. If you don't mind me bringing it up or talking about it. Okay, so I don't remember.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, it's okay. LMP is not here, so you can go ahead and ramble on for a while.
You want me to do the Rambler today? Okay.
Oh, please carry on.
Okay, so I don't remember who mentioned it, I know it was on the main show. Someone mentioned, well, maybe Anakin should have already been like a Padawan, instead of how it started with Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan. I had an idea where it should have been where at the beginning they're on that ship or whatever. It should have been Obi-Wan and Anakin together, and they go do their thing. They go to what's it called? The Naboo and all that stuff. It's kind of somewhat, basically following the same plot. And then they could have gotten a better away with the pod racing thing better because it could have been they needed money or whatever to replace the engines or where the fuck it was. And they just use Anakin because he's the best pilot. That's how they established that he's a good pilot. He's such a good pod racer. And they could have built off that, kept going. And when they finally got to, what's it called? Coruscant, they could have had it where Qui-Gon was his old friend, like he knew him for a long time, Maybe he was the one who found him and brought him to the Jedi Temple. And then, they had all that business where they were doing the bureaucracy and all that stuff, all the politics. And I figured they could have did it where, they want to go back. And I figured Qui-Gon goes with them and to lead that attack on Naboo. And so it would happen where they would remember how Anakin fell in the ship and it went on autopilot, took him to the battle. Well, it would have been better if they just said, "Hey, let Anakin lead the attack on the fighters because he's a good pilot," and you would have Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon, fight Darth Maul. Like they could still have had it that way, but the space battle would have looked a little bit better. They would have felt better, they wouldn't have this little kid who accidentally kills the big ship. At least they would have someone who was old enough and probably would have figured it out. But then the way I visioned it, it would have been better was if they, when Qui-Gon gets killed, that's when Anakin senses that in the Force, like he feels it, that something's wrong, something happened, that could have been right there. And then later on, they show, the funeral where they're burning Qui-Gon. And I figured that could have been a good, perfect moment to show like Anakin like looking over his old friend dying, and that maybe plants the seeds for him being afraid of losing someone. You know what I mean? And that would have actually been better for the whole losing Padme plot sort of thing going there. But that was just my idea.
Here's a question.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't Qui-Gon's body disappear like all the other Jedi who die?
No idea.
Because if he was advanced enough in the Force to be able to talk to people from death, then wouldn't it stand to reason that his body would fade away? Like
pretty much, but I guess Lucas forgot.
Luke, you forgot.
I do. It is answered in the prequels, sort of, because Qui-Gon's ghost, his spirit, as it were, does come back and speaks to Yoda, and so Yoda does say, that a friend of ours has returned. So to me, it was, he knew some of that, but didn't know all of it. And then part of what Obi-Wan does while he's on Tatooine, because
he learned,
Yoda talks to him. He says, I've heard back from a friend of ours. Yoda imparts some of that wisdom on him on what to prepare for. And that's part of what he's doing on Tatooine while watching over Luke.
Mm-hmm.
And then Yoda does the same kind of thing, or maybe he already knew, I don't know. So yeah, I mean, that's not too bad an idea. I think because that was one of my biggest things was like, okay, you're trying to parallel the Empire, Return, Star Wars, the A New Hope. You can't have Anakin be 9 years old. And then I couldn't get over the difference in age between him and Padme. And then, of course, never believe the romance. And then
are you an angel?
Yeah. And then to have her be the elected queen, that was dumb because Princess Leia, she was a princess, but it was the Organa family who adopted her that were the royalty, not her birth mother. So that whole, I guess he was trying to parallel the Holy Roman Empire kind of thing where they elected the emperor. But yeah, the whole elected monarchy thing was just dumb.
You don't vote for queens.
Yeah.
Unless you get a sword.
Yeah. But yeah, I was like, look, if you're going to parallel it and have Anakin be about the same age that Luke was, and either a good pilot, but I wanted him, Anakin, to, I didn't know what I wanted until actually I saw the movie. But we've talked about my idea too many times. But the quick synopsis is that he was from a powerful family, politically. And so he falls from grace by joining the Jedi or something, basically he needed something to lose more than just Padme. When he turned to the dark side, there needed to be a deeper penalty that kind of drove him to anger and kind of fall prey to the dark side. This, he lost his mother but he had nothing. So it was like, that doesn't work for me. That this slave who has, former slave loses, but that's the reality of slavery, right? It's like you're just enforcing his own known reality. But if it was something that was outside of his realm of experience, he was from an influential family who was long lived and different things, and he lost that power and prestige. Now you've got a serious thing that,
Okay, can you hear me?
Hey.
Yeah.
There you are.
Well,
long time no see.
It turns out I can actually get on through mobile. I just had to tinker around with a few programs, and it was actually not that hard.
That's what she said.
Oh God, Labe. I don't know how you found out about that, but I can explain.
Explain away.
I don't.
You don't need to explain it to me because it doesn't matter to me. But you may explain it to her.
Listen, it was just I thought it was just going to be for a bowl of cereal. Okay, I didn't think it was gonna mean anything more than just a bowl of cereal. Just understand that.
The fuck is he talking about?
I don't know.
Did you sell your soul again?
LMP, your wife is trash.
Never mind. No. If he doesn't know what it's about, guys, do not make him like. I don't need him knocking at my door in the middle of the night with a shotgun and being like, "All right, get up," and then leading me to the altar or something.
Okay. Look, I don't have a shotgun, so.
Oh no, I'm okay with you.
Okay, so you're okay if I show up with an AK.
I mean, I don't know if I want to die by a commie weapon, but yeah, sure, why not?
Hey, look, they did something right. I mean, go figure. All the shit they come up with, the only thing they get right is a weapon that kills. I mean, it's something that kills somebody. That was redundant. Saying a weapon that kills.
What sucks is that the guy that invented it never saw a damn dime from that. The whole thing.
Shit, should be a fucking billionaire by this point. A trillionaire.
Especially of how easily mass-produced it was.
The Kalashnikov?
Yeah.
Well, he was in the Russian military, of course.
Well, I know that, but I'm just saying. We're just saying. He should have.
I'll put you in a bit, all right?
Is that Subway? You in a Subway?
Anyway,
like he's in a mall. Sounds like we're gonna.
Well,
hear,
that's the thing.
Mama
I'm not. I'm not exactly like by myself and like.
Well, yeah, there's probably a bunch of people at the mall.
Listen, this is why I always say I'm always busy on the weekends. Especially when I'm not living by myself, you kind of have to be at everybody else's mercy every now and then.
Yes, but you've been doing this show for a while now. They should
Oh my god!
Well, listen, I wanted to do the show 2 weeks ago, but I was having trouble logging on, and then someone gave me an idea, and I ran with it, and actually I was able to make it in right now, even if it's for a little bit. I'm not probably going to be able to say more than a couple minutes, but at least I wanted to drop by and say hi to you guys.
Yeah.
And let you know I haven't forgotten about you guys. Things I know haven't been exactly that great on my end. And the world exactly hasn't been sane. So best believe I want to get a piece of that action and start tearing some assholes. But, other issues came up. So I do what I can, guys. I do what I can when I can for you guys. For you.
Yeah. You got anything for 2019 you want to see?
Well, people are flipping their shit for every little thing right nowadays, and I think they're flipping their shit over the worst things possible. But I will say this much concerning me and where I live here in New York, Libby. The minimum wage is about to increase to 15, and we're already starting to see some of the effects from the minimum wage at 13. So I just can't wait to see the shit show. And to quote Razorfist, just go about the street going, "Fuck you, I was right. Fuck you, I was right," all over the street. When I started seeing people either getting hours cut or laid off and shit, all calling me some kind of like Nazi sympathizer or something like that, because apparently I'm the guy that doesn't want minorities to get paid better.
Hey, I'm telling you, come down to Texas. I'm here. You'll like it down here.
The way you explain it, if I can just save up a couple more bucks, I might just say, fuck it, I'm buying a plane ticket over there and heading over there and starting a new life. I would like to change my name. I think Javier Chapo is still available.
There you go. We call you El though, remember?
Yeah, you got to call me El though.
El Leche.
Like, this is my friend El.
El Chapo. There we go. No one will ever suspect a damn thing.
Yeah.
Do some facial reconstruction surgery.
I can do that for you.
Yeah.
No. I want to look. Well, this is what I'm planning, guys. I'm planning on looking like Ricky Martin.
Oh, Jesus.
No, I'm going to use a rock.
On the outside or on the inside?
I'm going to pretend to be a fatter version of Ricky Martin and start talking about she bangs. Actually meaning that is an actual she bang, and not somebody he's calling she when it's actually a he.
And then you come out gay.
God damn it.
You know what's the sad thing about that? I remember once saying that I would have wished that Ricky Martin would marry my sister so we could live with someone famous and all this sort of shit. And the thing was that I was still a kid at the time, so I had no idea and I couldn't read the signs.
Mm-hmm.
But it seemed, I mean, like just looking back on it, the signs were pretty clear as day. This is the kind of thing you don't teach your kids, and it's a good thing. Your kids don't grow up knowing about that sort of thing. On the other hand, you could be a YouTube channel. I forgot the name of it. I said it to you guys last night. That apparently likes to show kids how to put condoms and explain how they go on a dick and stuff like that. I'm talking about like 12 or less year olds.
What?
Yeah.
Where was I?
I sent a video about it last night. Apparently that there's like I forgot the name of the channel, but apparently it's like a trending video. It's on I follow Memology, and I've been seeing a lot of these videos that are trending from channels that are like showing drag queens like doing shit to one another and people getting naked on screen. Again, mind you, family-friendly channels, right? We can keep that Logan Paul guy, whatever, on because he saw the suicide, but we gotta ban Monkey Jones, which, by the way, was undeserved. The man just simply like talking about the Supreme Gentleman in a factual sense. For anybody that remembers the whole Elliot Rodger thing and how ridiculous that is, and for anybody that ever wants to dispute gun control, Elliot Rodger is probably going to be your best ally, your worst enemy whenever that gets brought up in the pro-gun control debate, or better yet, just look up Randy Stair. There is no gun control debate after that. We are pro-guns after that one. The internet is a wonderful place.
I'm all for people being able to control their guns.
Exactly. Thank you. Leif would know about controlling his gun, of course.
When my wife lets me have it, I just got a beep.
Did she let you play with it every once in a while?
Like I got a message on Facebook or something, but I don't see anything.
No one.
All right, but did you guys actually get the video or see the video I posted, or did it not show up? Because I do have reason to believe.
What are you talking about in the Fan Caste chat, or where did you put it?
Oh God, I don't even remember. I know it's one of the Fan Casts. It's one of the messenger groups.
Oh. I know because Blade had to make 3 of them.
Yeah, like it wasn't confusing enough.
Oh,
and then let's not go over
that whole kind of cringe
period.
Is born. Is that what you?
The what?
A new kind of cringe is born.
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
Well, if you were to put on the video, you'd understand what I'm talking about. And basically, it's getting to a point where they're teaching kids all sorts of things that my parents would never want me learning about till at least I got to a very adult age. Now, I'm not saying that parents probably shouldn't discuss certain things with their kids at a young age to kind of make sure they understand what to be cautious of in the future in the world. But, showing kids how to put a condom on a banana or explaining to them, why they should respect drag queens and stuff like that. Listen, I'm all for people living. That's what tolerance is. Basically, you don't give a shit about the person, but you do acknowledge the right to exist. But this is just bordering levels of James Gunn levels of creepiness. And believe me, that's probably going to be the next thing they're going to be pushing for. And believe me, that's already being kind of trending on YouTube. I know I've been watching one too many conspiracy videos, but it seems to be very alarming when a lot of these conspiracy videos start becoming conspiracy facts.
Yeah, well, shit. I
Yeah,
don't know
well,
what to
just remember, I did tell you about the Voltron thing.
say. Yeah, you did. Yeah, speaking of that, we'll talk about it right now. I saw that. I think it was Seth posted that or some shit, and I was like, and I told him right off that. I said, I told LMP predicted it. He said it was going to happen, and they're like, and I think someone was like, well, it didn't appear till 7, and I'm like, did you not pay attention to what I said? I said he predicted it. He didn't have to see the whole series because I was watching the series, but then I stopped.
What's the Voltron thing?
Want to tell him, LMP?
Well, basically, the whole thing with Voltron was somebody had posted an article about it on Facebook. And honestly, I just did not like the new Voltron because something about them, all the character designs just screamed diversity. It just screamed inclusivity. It just screamed all those buzzwords that people are throwing out there nowadays. And, you know, maybe I sometimes am quick to rush to conclusions. I mean, I was wrong about Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which actually is a good movie, by the way. Despite a few technical problems I have with it, like I just don't like the animation. I think it's just all over the place at times, like ADD levels of animation, kind of like what Ready Player One suffers from. But you know, to each their own. But it just when you just see certain character designs and you start knowing some like very fruity looking characters, I'm like, either one or two things. Either this is anime type of design, or B, somebody's trying to push something here. So I wasn't really surprised to hear that eventually they did have a character do like an on-screen kiss or something like that.
Gay kiss.
Well, yeah, a gay kiss. But you know,
you got to make sure to let people know what you're talking about.
No, you are definitely right. But the reason, actually, the thing was that when that whole comic thread, right, I did want to add more to it, but things just kept coming up, so I didn't have a chance to actually write it out, my thoughts. But this isn't the first time something like this happens. Now, keep in mind, there have been other cartoon shows where they've had characters basically come out as gay, les, or whatever they want to call themselves that nowadays, right? Another example was the ending of Legend of Horror, and I'm pretty sure, I think it's Gordon on Facebook. Hey, Gordon, or at least I think it's Gordon. I know one of the guys on Facebook hates horror, and I don't blame him. I think it really is a very subpar show for a bunch of people that already made a much better show prior to it. And then there's a whole like lesbian ending that they had going on that just kind of came out of left field. Like, what was that about? But I think the more egregious example would have been when they did that at the ending of Adventure Time, which I think ended earlier this year. And they had two of the female characters have an on-screen kiss. From what I understand, and this is only a rumor, again, don't take this as fact, this is only speculation, but apparently that was not intended as part of this final airing. Like, the networks were not aware of something like that happening, and apparently the networks, referring to Cartoon Network, were pissed when they saw that. But apparently, what were they going to do to the creators at that point? There was really nothing they could do because it was the end of the series. Kind of like their final fuck you, we're going to sneak this one in there. But again, this is speculation, and I'm kind of inclined to believe it, because if they really had the balls to do something like that, they would have done it before the final episode, don't you think?
Yeah. And you know what, LMP, though? I took a look at that episode, and at the end, it was one of those picture endings where it's like, where are they now sort of thing.
Yeah.
And, you know, it shows what happened to each character. But what gets me, though, is the very last one is the Shiro character. His is a picture, but then they take the time to animate to show him kissing. It's like, what the fuck? They couldn't animate the rest of it. They just had to show the kiss. So that's how you know about the whole pushing the agenda thing.
That's what I'm saying. Like, nowadays, if I even so much as hear sort of thing, and honestly, this kind of anger that I have towards this pushing of this certain agenda in particular, you can ask Lape about it, goes back to a certain episode that we had about a certain porn star that did not deserve certain treatment that she received. Yep. And that really ever since kind of held that gripe against that certain community for not coming out and calling out the bullshit when they needed to, and instead kind of looking the other way after the fact, after everything happened.
Episode 25.
Thank you. I forgot the number. But
August Ames.
Yes. Again,
wait, the one who committed suicide, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah. Okay.
All she did was say, hey, you know, there was some series or something that she was a part of, and somebody was taking her place, and she said, "Just be careful because some of the guys apparently do gay porn, and make sure you get tested." And people ganged up on her and cyberbullied her, and she committed suicide.
Yeah, and mind you, people were lynching her on and that's the best way to describe it. They were trying to lynch her on Twitter and shit like that. There was a lot of screenshots taken of people who managed to capture a few. Oh, you see a bunch of deleted tweets when she died. All those tweets went missing suddenly, and people denied.
Yep.
And this is where I call bullshit. Like, where was the community to call out these fuckers and say, hey, these don't represent us. We're not like these are the same groups of people that always want other groups to start calling out their own. But when it comes within their own ranks, they're too pussy to say anything. So I say to them, fuck them. And anytime you try to push these agendas, I will definitely look the other fucking way. You know, I don't think that it's fair that there are people out there that try to, like walk on eggshells, toe the line, so to speak. And, you're trying to seek agendas. And mind you, Voltron, while it does have an adult fan base, is also catering to a very young demographic. So they're targeting children. They know what they're doing. And what's creepy about it is that I don't think it's going to end with this. I don't think it's just going to end with kissing. They're going to eventually start getting more bold with that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like, and Sabadai, that, for example, we've seen an anime that, like, they have gay characters all the time, and we make nothing of them because they just feel natural.
Yeah, and they're kind of fun. They're actually a little bit fun. You kind of enjoy seeing them a little bit. There's a few, but yeah.
Yeah, like example, one we talked about not that long ago, Outlaw Star. There's a character in there they make it explicitly obvious no man wants to deal with for a particular reason. And it's a very distinct character flaw of his. But you notice he kind of gets his comeuppance a lot. So they kind of treat him like they would a normal human being. Yeah, he happens to like men maybe a little too much, to a point that it even borders on sexual harassment. But he kind of gets his in the end. So it kind of...
so to speak.
It's a great show. Lanus, you need to watch Outlaw Star. He needs to watch Outlaw Star. There's another show with animated titties in it, too. There you go. Our next BBC for the new year is going to be an animated chick.
All right.
Yeah,
hey, Frank, you still here?
Kicked in Fireflies in the nuts. That's what I say.
Exactly.
But way better than Firefly.
Oh yeah, but the whole point is that they know how to make characters. They know how to write them. They know how to treat them, and they know how to just make them. The show just progress.
So what I'm hearing is you're saying if the stories are well written, no one gives a crap what the characters are. If they're gay, straight, bi, anything in between, transgender every 5 minutes. But if they have well-written stories, who gives a crap? That's what I'm hearing.
The thing is, you can have a show that has a well-written story. But the problem is, especially with the politically charged environment that we live in nowadays, and you have a lot of people that really are trying to push agendas nowadays. Like, listen, we even got Mark fucking Hamill gone all sorts of crazy all of a sudden. Yeah. Because of something he doesn't align with politically, and half the time I'm like, Mark, just please shut up, like just stop.
Somebody got to him.
Like, listen, could you imagine if you're watching Batman the animated series, Joker is talking to Batman, taunting him and everything, and all of a sudden he starts going in an anti-Trump rant? It's like, Joker, you're supposed to be Joker, okay? You're supposed to be picking on Batman. I'm instead listening to Joker talk about like why he hates Trump and stuff like that. All of a sudden, that character got ruined for me. Mind you, there's nothing that will ruin that Joker character because I still believe that is one of the more perfect representations of him. But I'm saying it's kind of like one of those things that you could have a good thing going and you suddenly just push hard on the brakes and you derail the whole damn thing. You just had a good thing going and you derailed an entire train ride. Mind you, I did take a ride, just to let you gentlemen know, I did take a ride in the Underground Railroad. Unfortunately, over here, the Underground Railroad does not lead to freedom. Come on, I've been away for a while and I'm not going to be on for much longer. I do have to get back to do a few things, unfortunately, but I do want to give you guys some good material and some fun stuff to make fun of me about. So
what was that?
It doesn't take much.
Oh, apparently my invisible girlfriend is texting me.
Oh, okay. Well,
your
waifu
waifu
last week, weren't you? Oh, imagining things.
What happened?
You act like you haven't been here for 6 months. That was Frank who wasn't here for a year.
Mm-hmm. Well, I just don't like the idea. First of all, I just don't like the idea of not randomly appearing. I feel like that's not right to not just you guys, but also the audience that probably does want to hear the show go on. Apparently, we have more than one person listening that ain't us in the chat.
Well, yeah, he missed the Star Wars special. That was like a journey we all took together, and LMP missed out.
Yeah, dude, you should have been there for that one.
I know. And then there was the incident with last week. But now that I kind of got the hang of it, hopefully, what with the holiday season kind of coming to a close, maybe things will go back to normal. I don't have to worry about doing this stuff on Friday nights, like last minute.
The Appalachian American is on. What's up, everyone? Oh, that's not Kinder. That's Seth. I almost sent him the link too.
Yeah. Well,
I did send it to Oggs and some other people, but none of them replied.
You know who we need back on the show?
Christopher Walken.
No, we need to bring back Eddie Castillo.
Christopher Littleton.
Oh, fuck no.
Him too. Bring him back. Let's bring him back.
No. Our pass.
Okay, so fine. We can bring back Eddie Castillo, and he can annoy me if he wants. Hey Eddie, how you doing?
No. Eddie Castillo is not going to be our Cecil. Okay,
I would
that's
rather
not going to happen.
He's never going to be like Cecil.
Justin
Why would you even say that?
Or Jason Beck. Justin Beck? Yeah.
Oh, Justin B's fine.
Yeah, Justin B. I'd rather have him back.
Okay. How about we invite somebody so out of left field just to be on the show one day? They could pretend that they tied us up and that the show's all about them.
Like who?
I don't know. Who else? Okay, anybody in the Facebook page? Which one of you is crazy enough to want to be on this stupid show?
Oh, what's his name? Who keeps sending me stuff?
I was the one crazy enough to be on this show. What you talking about? Look at me now. I've ascended. I'm almost there.
Well, you also made friends with me, so let that speak for itself.
Hey, that was the plan, all right?
Christopher Barker. There you go.
Who?
Christopher Barker.
I'm pretty sure I've chatted with him on Facebook or something at some point.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, guys. I have terrible memory. I am so sorry if I don't remember if you're on the Facebook page. It's not that I don't want to remember you. It's just that I'm incapable of doing something like every other Mexican out there.
Mm-hmm.
No, that Mexican grass, man, it'll mess you up.
Well, just keep this in mind, sir. I'm the one that cooks your food at the end of the day, so...
Yeah,
even at the my own damn food. You go work yourself.
Saying, if there's a special certain ingredient in it, well, it didn't come from me.
Oh, you ass. Now I'm gonna be thinking about it now.
Oh man.
I'm gonna be. Hey, and then too, you gotta send me the address so you can get your cup. You saw what I posted on the Facebook? The Ed Loins guy.
I gotta send you the copy of the bus map too, which I may or may have not gotten you a copy of our bus map. Well, apparently I can request it if I wanted to, so it's not like it's not within the scope of not happening. But the whole thing was that I was hoping you would would know where that reference is from, but I kind of figured you might not, so it was like a 50-50 chance you would get it.
No, unfortunately I didn't.
It was a Simpsons reference. Bart goes to visit his grandpa, and the grandpa thinks, it reminds him, like, oh boy, you remember my birthday? And he's like, sure I did, Grandpa. Oh, here's a bus map. And he's like, woohoo!
I don't remember that one, but I remember that he visited him.
I'll send it to you.
Okay, because I don't remember the bus map part. But I can't believe you thought it was a piss cup. Why would I send you a piss cup? That makes no fucking sense.
Okay, well, a funny story before I go. So what happened, this was a couple, let's say maybe like about, has it been a decade? Probably has. Maybe less, a couple years, give or take. LMP basically was in a weird relationship with some non-Mexican Spanish girl that lived in some non-Mexican but semi-pseudo Spanish place here in New York City. In the off chance she ever does listen to the story, I will probably have to skip town. Anyways, so what happened was that her mom apparently was a home attendant and happened to have her work equipment around with her all the time. And one day I noticed a certain cup. So you can see why I said what I said that day. Now here's the thing. Thankfully, I never did anything with the cup. But what happened was that she asked me to go get some cups because we were gonna drink she bought a bottle of something. We're gonna get drunk and maybe do some stuff afterwards. Who knows? And I bring that cup. I clean it and everything. And I'm like, oh, this looks pretty cool. Maybe we could drink off of this. And yo, she is like looking at me livid, like, and mind you, that should have been the first indication. Should have left her ass right then and there and never put up with her ever again. Like all sorts of things, like what the fuck are you crazy and blah blah blah. And then I found out that was like the piss cup, basically the bedpan cup or something that her mom uses. So when you sent me a picture of that, I was like, is that a piss cup? It was just bringing up some old memories. Yeah, it's bringing up some old memories from LMP's past times with certain lady friends he had.
Was she white?
No, she was Puerto Rican.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, you're right. She was white.
That was right, wasn't that? Yeah, I said it, didn't I? I told you. I knew what you were talking about.
Yeah, she definitely was. No, she's Puerto Rican, so you're right.
Hello,
There you
David
go.
Applegate.
David here
Yeah.
What happened?
David Applegate
David's
just
here.
popped in the chat.
from the penal colony.
I'm done.
It's a guy from Australia.
Well, you guys tell the Aussies that they're missing one or something like that. I don't know.
Tell them
I
to
have no
cook
message for them
themselves.
today. Oh, tell them to get their country together. I think they have like SJWs or something. Did they still is GTA still banned over there?
I don't know, but they got a bunch of Harry Potter books.
Yeah, tell them they need to get their country in order. I love you guys over there in Australia. We at the Fan Caste don't hate and we don't discriminate on anyone. We discriminate on everybody. There's a difference.
We are equal opportunity offenders.
There you go.
Exactly. And which is why, before I go, I would like to say to the fans that do listen to this show, thank you so much for being like the only 10 people on the entire internet that even knows that we exist. Because frankly, sometimes YouTube likes to be a little bitch. They want to fuck around with the algorithm. And I do believe they do listen to this show. They're just pretending they're not. But I'm on to you, Google people. I'm on to you. And when I have the evidence, I'm going to do nothing with it. So that's my verbal threat right then and there.
All right.
All right.
All right, guys.
And then we get shut down.
Yep, and that's how we get shut down. And you guys banned me from the Fan Cast for life.
Just the Fan Cast.
Don't worry,
Steve
I'll find a way back.
Pina?
I'll find a way back.
That's a new name, Steve Pina. Hello.
Oh, I will probably see you guys on chat, but probably not as much because I will be busy from here on out. But guys,
well, you've been talking for half an hour, man.
Really.
You better leave now, MP.
Oh, shit. I definitely need to get back. Oh shit. I said only like about 15 minutes.
All right.
All right. See ya.
All right, guys. Until next time.
All right. Maybe next time we'll be on Friday instead of whatever.
Pina.
All right.
Pina.
Let's go.
See if he knows how to hang up.
First.
That's what I was gonna say.
Okay, so how the hell do I hang this up?
Turn your phone off.
Close the app.
Just
Hang up the
I
phone.
really don't know how to hang this up.
just
hold
dunk it in
up.
some water. That should do it.
Never mind. I found it.
All right.
He muted it first. I saw that. Oh shit.
Oh god.
Oh,
damn
that
it.
was
What the hell are we talking about?
No idea.
I don't know. Nonsense. That's what we were talking about. Utter nonsense. And piss cup.
We started talking about Star Wars, and that kind of drifts off to Adventure Time and Steven Universe.
Yeah.
And then the Mexican invasion happened, and we lost the Alamo.
That's got to be in the title. You better title that. Put that in the title of Brian, the Mexican invasion, on the title card.
You don't like Goodbye NPC 2018?
That's good too. But I'm just saying, add that. Even if it's in small text, we got to have that on there.
Okay.
It's good, but it's
beautiful.
not true because the NPCs aren't going anywhere for a long time, unfortunately.
Yep.
They are not. They are not.
But do you want to talk about the trailer now, though?
Yeah, David. Last night kind of fell through for all of us. There were just people weren't going to be here, and we decided we'd have a better shot at it tonight. So yeah, that's how it happened.
Shit happens.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yo, I was gonna say we'll talk about the trailers now. I was talking about Hellboy and the Men in Black trailer.
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, so I think it's kind of funny is I don't know, it's weird. I feel like it's not just me, like everybody's had the same reaction to both trailers, and people have been, I don't know, like not combining, but you can't, like, people have been having this tendency to not just talk about one, they'll talk about Hellboy and the Men in Black trailer at the same time. I've noticed that, and everyone had the same reaction I did, and I was just so weird. Like, I started with the Hellboy trailer. You know, everybody is just, a lot of people are hating it. Like, right, it went to shit like the very moment they made that joke when he steps out of that truck or whatever and he gets shot at. And then you see what he actually looks like. And I was like, man, this just right off the bat, it killed it for me. And then I noticed, like, in the comments, a lot of people were having the same reaction. That one scene just ruined it for everybody. And then as the trailer went on Hellboy, it just got like they were trying to be funny. Like, the guy looks like a cosplayer. That's what I keep saying. A lot of people were saying that too. That's what he looks like some 17-year-old cosplayer.
I thought it looked like the freaking Krampus.
Hold on, what did it say? I see the message. That's me though.
David's
Anyway,
Hellboy reaction.
yeah, and okay, so then I saw the Men in Black trailer, and I watched it, and as I was going, I was like, maybe, maybe it's good, but then as the trailer's moving, I was slowly like going, man. And then I looked at the comment section. A lot of people were having the same fucking reaction. It was weird. It's like we're all in simpatico, you know, we're all connected. Because I was having the exact same reaction. People thought it started off probably good, but then real quick, it's like, and people are kind of like, bleh, they don't know what, it's bad, but not too bad where it's like completely terrible, like the Hellboy trailer. Because it did suck. Like, it was dumb. The whole, well, I've been looking for you for 20 years, and then suddenly, oh, like, what happened to the neuralizer thing? Isn't that a thing? Whatever happened to that? And it's just like who cares? Like, honestly. And then what too got me is how, like, I don't think I like what's his name, Chris Hemsworth, the guy who plays Thor. He doesn't feel right in that movie. Like, they just had to put them together just because they were in Ragnarok together.
Probably.
Who? Hellboy and
no, I'm talking about the Men in Black trailer.
Who? Oh, I haven't seen the Men in Black trailer, so I don't understand. He and who were in Ragnarok together?
That chick who plays that Valkyrie or whatever, the one that captures him. Yeah. She's on there in Men in Black. She's going to be their partners. Agent N and H, I think it is.
So he's in Men in Black?
Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Welcome back to the show.
But
I didn't go anywhere. I just, you know.
But that's what I had to say about the trailers. What about y'all? Well, besides Anus over here who doesn't watch TV, doesn't watch anything. His own beer reviews.
Well, somebody's got to watch them. No one else will.
I try. I'm not caught up. I'll support you.
I'm still trying to get caught up on the friggin' main show. I'm still like 4 months behind.
Damn.
I know. It's like there's just not enough hours in the day.
Yeah.
Because we got the weekly show, and then they got friggin' GMPC every day, and then there's friggin' High Council. And it's like I'm doing all. I always put episodes on. I'm sitting here gaming when I got free time, just trying to get through them. There's just always more.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually, I'm going to get caught up because I'm listening to the new stuff as it comes out too. So eventually, I'm going to close that gap, but it's going to be a while.
Mm-hmm. Well, you'll catch up eventually. I ain't catching up with Good Morning Pop Culture. I just gave up on that shit.
Yeah. No, I like that show. I want to keep up. I want to keep listening to that at least, or most of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I've skipped the watch parties and the Patreon hangouts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to skip the High Council because I just don't care about that so much.
Mm-hmm. I only kind of want to listen if Cecil shows up.
Yeah, I typically I'll listen to the High Council usually the next day, and then the after hour stuff is what I listen to more than the actual show. I actually find that far more entertaining than the actual show. And I can listen to it on my phone, and I don't have to worry about if the phone locks, it stops. Whereas YouTube, at least the iPhone app, if you lock your phone, it stops playing.
Yeah.
So it's quite annoying.
Mhm. That's why I use Android.
And now we know
So
why.
much better. Because I'm fucking cheap. Because I got no money. I'm poor.
You po.
Dude, I got you beat so bad there.
Shit. Yeah, I guess that's true. Because I do at least own my own house.
Okay, fuck you.
I'm just kidding. You know, I respect you even though you're old as fuck. Just like Brian.
Yeah, well, I'm not kidding. Fuck you.
He's not that old.
How is he up there with what's his name, Joel? Or is you and Joel the same age?
Joel's 2 years younger than I am.
Couple thousand years.
Frank's like 8 years younger. Aren't you early? Are you even 40 yet, Frank?
I will be 40 on.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Next Wednesday. Or this coming Wednesday.
So he's 10 and a half years younger. I stand corrected.
Still old.
Yeah, old enough. Well, yeah, this spring, me and pre-wife are going to get a van or something. We're just going to bail on this place and head out. We're going to come freaking crash in your yard. Yes, Kendo has promised to shoot us if we show up on his property. So we're not going there.
Oh, he's changed his tune, huh? No one's welcome at Camp Kendo, huh?
Well, he promised to shoot me on site if I showed up on his property, so.
No.
Well, he told you that.
Then again, he likes to say mean things because he thinks it makes him cool.
Mm-hmm.
I know deep down he really cares. He's a softie.
I was about to say softie.
He's a teddy bear.
Oh, okay.
I do like it when the guys they'll try to make jokes about his dad or whatever, and he'll be like, "Okay, whatever." Like he just doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, he just completely no sells it.
Mm-hmm. That's hilarious.
Seriously, fuck Kendo. He's a dick.
It's too bad he just won't be listening to this part.
What?
Probably not.
Yeah,
It'll be the one time he comes on. Yeah. I don't listen to anybody that likes whose favorite movie is Monos.
Kendo likes Monos too?
No.
Oh. Talking about Frank.
Yeah.
Drinky over here.
And it's Manos.
Manos.
Hands of Fate.
Duh.
Manos.
Manos.
Is it Manos or Manos?
Manos.
Okay. The Hands of Fate.
Spanish.
That fucking movie though.
That was a great
movie. Is fucking brilliant.
For
all its failings, it is brilliant. It tells a complete story.
Unlike The Last Jedi.
Right?
Yes.
And it's still more profitable than Solo.
There's no mystery box shit. It's like it tells a simple story. It stays on track. It doesn't screw with your head much. At least not on purpose.
And it's still more profitable than Solo.
It wasn't trying to subvert your expectations and all that shit.
Yeah.
And then what's it called? What was I gonna say? Fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say. I was gonna say something, but now I forgot. Never mind. It was a lie. Good. It was just a lie.
So, next piece of news.
Uh-huh.
Apparently, the new Will Ferrell's movie, Holmes and Watson, has received a negative reaction from the fans. There is mass walkouts across the country. People go to see this movie and they just get up and leave because it's that bad.
Like, are they offended or it was boring? Did they say give the reason why?
I didn't bother reading the article. I saw the headline and I just started laughing. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm mentioning this. Because really, that's all there is to it. Will Ferrell used up his funny a long time ago. I don't really care for the other guy. What's his name? Riley?
How long ago would you say that was? What was the movie? You would say that was the last time?
Shit. It was around the time that his best of DVD from Saturday Night Live came out. Because that's when he got like really popular because of that DVD. And then he was everywhere. And it was he just went the whole doing the same thing again and again and again until it got stale.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I've heard people talk about how much they like him in Old School or Anchorman. It's like no, he was done for me by then.
Damn, that was quick.
Yeah.
I to me, I mean, I like some of his movies, but then he did, was it Strangers in Fiction?
Mm-hmm.
I almost feel like he had the same kind of thing happen to him than Jim Carrey, where he did a serious drama and then afterwards he was not funny anymore.
That's what Frank just said too earlier.
Pretty much, yeah. But right before the show started, it's like, yeah, he tried doing serious. He tried being like Jim Carrey, and people talked about it for 5 minutes. Then he went back to comedy, and it just got stale.
Yeah, because I actually liked Stranger Than Fiction.
Of course you did.
What do you mean? Of course I did.
I don't know. I'm just messing with you.
But yeah, ever since then, I don't think he's been that funny. And that the because you had, was it Step Brothers that had those two guys, and
and then he did Talladega Nights with him.
Yeah, and that one I watched that one. It was just like,
Yeah, he was in that fucking Bewitched movie.
Oh God, that fucking movie.
Yeah, you forgot about that one, didn't you?
I did.
Nicole Kidman, was that? Yeah, that was Nicole Kidman.
Yeah, that was Nicole Kidman.
It was so fucking stupid though. Like, what was the thing about? It was a show within the show, or whatever. Like, they were remaking the show, and she was actually a real witch, and it was so dumb. That was the dumbest thing I saw when I saw that movie. I was like, that's stupid. That's so fucking stupid.
Well, it's Hollywood trying to reboot. Yeah.
How could you remind me of that show, Frank? I mean, that movie.
What I do. It's what I do.
And then, like, I do remember that funny bit where what they did on Family Guy, where Stewie was watching that movie, and he made that joke, and he went all the way to California just to kick him in the nuts or something. It's like, that's not funny.
Yep, pretty much. Yeah. That's my mutant power, referencing obscure movies.
Mm-hmm. Oh shit! That would suck. Just like, wouldn't that suck if that was true? Like, all these mutants and it's this big old crisis, and then everyone has all these cool superpowers, but like, no, my superpowers, I bring up obscure movies. I mean, how gay is that?
Not the worst power. There actually was a member of the X-Men team called Douglock. His name was Doug. His code name was Douglock because he was that lame. And his mutant power was the ability to understand any language.
Oh, I think I remember that. They referenced that on that show Archer.
Yeah, but that's all he could do.
That fucking sucks. Like the gayest X-Men ever. Oh shit. But I'm not surprised though that people are walking out, because I remember I'm seeing those trailers for that, and I'm like, oh great, another Sherlock Holmes movie, but this is a funny one. It's gonna be a comedy, and who gives a shit?
What, the fourth in the past 10 years?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's like Robert Downey Jr. did those.
Yeah, nobody cares about Sherlock Holmes anymore. It's fucking done.
Yep.
That shit's like, what, 300 years old? Or 200? 200.
It's old.
1800s, so 150.
Well, that's what it's set, but it wasn't written that long ago.
Okay, well, you tell us, because I'm sure you know, right?
You were there, so yeah, please fill us, enlighten us,
Of course,
Grandpa.
I was there. I was always there.
Channel Grandpa.
You got the first print.
He co-wrote it.
Oh my God. You're old, late.
He ghost wrote it.
Reminded me.
I bet he actually was the one who actually wrote Harry Potter. He's the real writer of Harry Potter.
The real writer.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And then J.K. Rowling's stole it or whatever, however she got it. Man, you could have been real rich, Brian, if you hadn't lost that story.
Yeah.
Yep.
Woulda, shoulda, coulda. Story of
You
my
could have
life.
been buying a shit.
You just had to fall asleep on the train and drop on the seat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who else is in the chat? So, anyone new coming up? I can't see the chat right now. I don't have any way to look at it.
You can't see the chat.
The chat for the video, the YouTube.
It says Sherlock
87.
Holmes
I didn't realize it was 19. It was that old.
1887.
Archer's a good at obscure reference. I haven't, Archer. Do they still make those? Did they move to
Yeah.
Hulu?
They're making it. Well, they moved to FXX or whatever. They just finished their last season. I think it was real short. Where they're like on an island or some Danger
Yeah.
Island.
Yeah,
There's
because I don't
supposed to be
think
a
they're
new
on,
one.
they're not on Netflix anymore.
No, they're just on Hulu. That's why I've been watching it.
Yeah, I don't have Hulu.
I kind of wish they would just end that show too. I mean, I like it. I enjoy it, but just I kind of wish it would just end soon, pretty soon. Like maybe at least one more season. That'll be it. Because he can only do the same. Like I feel like some of the jokes they're bringing back and they're become a little too self-aware. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the whole and they're like, "Are we not doing phrasing anymore?" And now they're doing this whole dreamland shit where he's like in a coma and he's dreaming all the shit that's happening now.
Well, they had to
Like-
get rid of ISIS because of the terrorists.
That was stupid.
Yeah. I don't
Like
know.
they did it first.
Right.
Like we were ISIS first.
Yeah. I don't remember what the last season I saw is.
It probably was the Dreamland one. Because then, then the next one was the Danger Island one. Or at least that's what I think it was called.
Yeah. Well, I think the one I saw was when there was a robot. It may have been how the season ended, where he gets shot in the
Oh, okay,
in the pool.
So you saw the season before Dreamland, the Hollywood where they become PIs or whatever, private investigators,
Yeah.
and they fucked that shit up real quick. It didn't take long.
Yeah.
Like those poor dogs. Like they attacked them or whatever, and then they gave them that stuff, and they was shitting all over the place. That was damn. That actually was pretty funny.
Yeah.
And then the one with
yes.
Barry. What?
Yes, Appalachian American. We did discuss the Voltron ending a little while ago.
Yeah, we did. When LMP was here.
Fact checker David Applegate says Sherlock Holmes first appeared in print in 1887.
There you go.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, he saw it all right. Like he was the first one to give a bad review about it. Like, this isn't right.
Holmes needs to work on his delts.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's almost funny.
Almost. He's probably like, man, why did I ever say that? Now they just make fun of me about it. Man, I felt so bad.
My last piece of news here. It's not really news, but according to the rumor mill, Google says hints that Hugh Jackman might be appearing in Infinity War. Oh, not Infinity War, Endgame.
Not gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But this is the top that's like friggin' lighting up all the news feeds right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! Wolverine's gonna appear in the Avengers. This is the beginning of all the crossovers. And I'm like, yeah, if that does happen, it's the beginning of the end.
Mm-hmm.
Because that means the deal has been finalized and Disney owns Fox and the world is going to end.
Mm-hmm. People are all the Mickey Mouses are gonna be swarming the streets with weapons and riot gear, dragging people from their homes and shit.
Yeah, the Mouse Troopers.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Now you're gonna hear ho ho ho. And you'll see people being dragged from their beds and shit, and like those who don't conform are shot in the streets and all that. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah. It'd be like in that Simpsons episode where Homer goes to the alternate timeline and Flanders is the ruler of Earth.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and they lobotomize people and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it's going to be.
He's
Everybody
like, what the hell
works
is
for
Congress
Disney.
doing there? Yep. Oh man, I wish now. I sometimes wish something would happen or somebody would do something just to take them down. Or I guess people need to stop watching their movies. Well, stop going to their theme parks and shit. I mean, honestly, I don't really see the appeal of the theme park. Like, I'm glad I never went to their theme parks. Like, I remember as a little kid, kind of wanted to go, but I knew I never was. So, and then as time went on, I grew up and I was like, you know what? I'm glad I didn't go. It's probably a waste of time, and I'm not going to spend all that money.
I went to Disney World back in '98. It was part of a band and chorus trip in high school.
Mm-hmm.
And we went to Epcot, Disney MGM, and Universal and Busch Gardens, and we spent a whole week down there. It was really cool.
Mm. Yeah, that was the '90s.
But yeah, like I said, that was a long time ago before Disney got quite so bad.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't think about going down there now.
Mm-hmm. But Jeremy does.
Jeremy loves it, apparently.
Mm-hmm. See, he's supporting the beast right there. He gives
He's
the
a
beast.
sellout.
Yep. You know, he says that, oh, I hate Disney, Star Wars, and all that, but you go to their theme parks. They don't give a shit at the long run. As long as they're making money at their theme parks, they're good. They're gravy. I'm just saying. I mean, it's his money. Let him spend it. But I'm just want to point that out. I want to bring that up. Put that out there. You know?
Just throwing it out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I don't know how many times I am not subscribed to his channel, but I keep seeing his channel on my homepage on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
How many videos has he done about hitting 100,000 subscribers? It's like, dude, it's almost been 2 weeks since. I mean, I caught the 5 minutes because I went to go to the Fan Caste recap the next day, and he just had the last 5 minutes. He'd already taken it down. Not the Fan Caste. We are the Fan Caste. The High Council, and he hit at the last 5 minutes of that. He hit 100,000, and he's got a couple other more, other ones and stuff. And I'm like, how many times is he gone like over and under and over and under and over and under? Or his subscribers screwing with him, so they're unsubscribing and then resubscribing and then unsubscribing, because they did that night. A bunch of them unsubscribed, so he was going backwards.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, yeah, you guys did this already. It's not really that funny
anymore. Yeah.
So, but I mean, I don't really listen to any of his content anyway. Of the three, he's the more popular one, but I think because he also does video games and some other stuff when he's not doing 9 Star Wars videos a day.
Yeah. But I do. I think I watch him the less though out of the three. I know, watch WCBS and watch Ethan, and because I like his. It's funny. I love the way he has that intro for Star Wars. He does whenever he starts a video.
Oh yeah.
But
I started this. Yeah.
Gangsta shit. Yeah, that's good. I love that one, and I love the one with when it shows Jabba the Hutt and you hear that squishy sound.
Yeah.
That's funny. But I don't watch him as well because out of nowhere, his videos just started appearing in my recommendation. I started watching him, and even though he was talking about Star Wars stuff, and then that's when the High Council like, hey, let's get him on here because they were gonna. I think it was originally diversity in comics, but he's more like of a solo because even EVS talks about it how he's more of a solo guy. He just does better on his own, but that's just his thing. And then they got. Who was it, Nurkish? And then that's when I was introduced to Cecil.
Right. Oh, I still have Cecil on there.
Yeah, I love Cecil. And then I watched his videos. Like, I love that one where he almost kills his family. That was the best one.
I was watching one where he was doing something and his niece comes down and says his real name. And she says, no, I told you to call me Cecil. Yeah. I did, I know Kendo talked about it in something, or it was one of our chats. He said, so yeah, so I don't think we're ever going to get Cecil on here, but it'd be nice.
Well, not with that attitude.
Hey, I tried, man.
Well, I recently subscribed to Mecha Random 42. I wouldn't mind having her on sometime.
Really?
Who?
Yeah, she's pretty cool. Mecha Random 42.
Neko Rando? What?
Mecha Random 42.
Mecha.
Yep, random
42.
Yep.
I got it.
42.
I was just making sure. Okay, damn.
Is that all
we're trying to help you out.
She's been doing videos on she does really good ranting videos. She had
42 already.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of rant videos, I like that ER guy. I've been watching him. He's fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah.
I love all his edgy jokes. They're dumb, and but that's what I like. They're just dumb jokes. But all these people think he's a Nazi. He's fucking awesome, and I like the way he breaks down to videos like I was watching this whole series on the Legend of Horror. That's what I call it. But he did that. That he did a video on the new Blade Runner movie and the recent Blade Runner movie, and that was good. I like his videos, and he only has a few videos. He doesn't have a lot of videos, but they're pretty good.
Mahler started another series, just the introduction. It was
yeah.
like 2 hours long and all he got through on the Force Awakens was like half of the crawl.
That's what I was gonna bring up too. Yeah, I love that because it was like he spent like 30 minutes on the crawl,
Right.
and then he got a few minutes into the movie. But I was like, holy shit, I can't wait to see the next one because
WCBS shows up in there. The first video I ever saw there is when they went and saw Star Wars the night they saw it. They did their video.
Yeah, and it's Dan and Nick. He's like, "What'd you think, Dan?" It's like, it was a movie."
Emotionally gutted.
Gutted, yeah.
It was a movie.
Emotionally gutted. Yep.
Yeah.
I saw that. That was pretty cool because I watched the beginning of the video, but then I saw the timestamp because at the time I was at work and I wanted to listen to something, and I went ahead and just skipped to the hour 5-minute mark so we could just go ahead and start talking about the movie. But then later on, when I was pretty much done with it, I went back to the beginning to hear the rest because I like Mahler. He's cool too. I can't wait to finish these videos he's doing on Star Wars. So I'm just learning a lot of shit from the way he does it, about especially when it comes to storytelling and all that.
Right. Yeah, I caught a little bit today of Every Frame of Pause, which is a kind of a panel he does with some other people, and but I didn't get to listen for too long, maybe about 10-15 minutes while I was doing something else, but it sounded pretty interesting. So
yeah, I think wasn't he? I think he was doing a video with what's that dude, Dishonored Wolf guy.
Mm-hmm.
What's the story on that? Do you know what that's all about?
No.
Something he did. I think he did something, and now people are turning on him or something. I don't know. I was wondering if you knew.
Yeah, I heard that there was something that went down, but I don't know the particulars.
The only thing I knew about it had something to do with the Discord. I guess it was just bad people in there, bad elements in there.
Yeah.
But I was wondering if you knew. But anyway, yeah. But I am looking forward to his movies, and because I love the other ones he did. The what do you call it? Unabridged Rage videos he does. Those were good. And then I like the one the Last Jedi one was the best one because I swear, man, I love it when he talks about the bombers every time because that's actually the main thing that pisses me off was the bombers. Like, because we've even talked about it, like the whole World War II shit.
Yeah.
And he wanted to be like B-17 bombers and that because I've never seen them like a Lego set of them before the movie came out. And I said, oh, that looks cool. It looks like a cool ship to see. Of course, and that was just disappointed. Of course, my heart was ripped out. Was it emotionally gutted? I'm just sad.
He whatever your expectations.
They were subverted.
Subverted your expectations.
Bastard.
They were perverted.
But they're like they're a World War II bomber at the speed of a World War I Sopwith Camel.
Yeah. You know what? Rian Johnson is my what's his name? Who's that guy that Dion wants to beat up because he's the white meat? Zack Snyder?
Yeah.
That's my Zack Snyder is Rian Johnson. If I see him kicking his ass, his round-headed ass.
Yeah.
And I mean it. Like, I'm going to sneak up on him. Like, I see him, he's just walking. I'm just going to get as close as I can, just give him a good kick in the ass. And he'll be like, what the fuck? And then boom! Yeah. Right in the fucking throat. Like, that's for spitting on the B-17 bomber. That's the best bomber ever, and you spit on it. Piece of shit.
Right. Yeah, forget Star Wars.
Mm-hmm. I'm more pissed about the bomber.
Crap, you pulled on the bomber. That's unforgivable.
Yep.
It's just some lines you don't cross.
Yep. Because at least when George Lucas was doing it, he knew, like, because, like, I know how it is, like, how you see something cool, you kind of want to put it in the story, but you still got to work around it to make it where it makes sense and it's still good. But no, I want it to look like that, and I'm going to subvert expectations, motherfucker. I'm starting to get pissed off now. We better talk about something else.
I didn't notice.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I'm calming myself down.
All right. Well,
Anything
anything else
else?
we want to talk about for 2018 and get on a little bit of 2019 before we wrap this all up?
This year sucked. I'm glad it's
Yeah.
over.
Yes, it did. It fucking sucked.
Yep.
I don't care if it was a good year for WCBS. It still sucked.
Yeah. My channel went backwards. I lost 2 jobs in a calendar year.
Wait, you lost 2?
Uh-huh.
Fuck, I didn't know that. I only learned about the 1.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Lost job in February, got a new job in March, and then lost that one in the beginning of November.
Oh.
Although that was like being freed out of jail.
Mm.
Because I really didn't. I was just trying to survive long enough to make it not look too bad on my resume, and then find something else. But they invited me to find something else a little bit sooner, so I did.
Mm.
Well,
Okay.
they didn't invite me. They said you gotta go find something sooner. You know.
Yeah. I mean, like, the only thing good happened to me was I changed my job too. But other than that, the rest of the year just sucked ass for a lot of people. And
Well, on the bright side, we're ending the year at 82 subscribers.
yeah.
We went up. I don't remember what we were last year, but
Like 40 something.
40
so
something. Yeah, it sounds about right. My channel goes over. I go over 700, and I go below 700. I go over 700, I go below 700. But I did get 100 and I think it was 105 subscribers back when Jeff back in February when said, "Hey, everybody in WCBS, do us a solid and join Channel Dad, subscribe to Channel Dads because I was going to get demonetized if I didn't have over 1,000 subscribers by the end of February."
Yeah, that worked out well, didn't it?
Yeah, but at least I got 100. But yeah, it's like I was telling. Was this before we started the show when I was talking about that one that I did? Yeah, I did talk about that. I was after we started the show on the BitChute where the same video went up, 2 different things, and I get nothing on one thing and almost 100 views, around 100 views in 2 days. So, that's why I'm trying to make more content that's not beer related. But and I've looked at some other beer review channels, and I mean I know a guy who's finally getting like 100 views on the reviews. But there was a guy it's all he does. He's got like 40,000 subscribers. And you look at old videos, 30, 40, 50,000 views on a beer review. Now he's looking to get 300. So I think it's look at alcohol on television, in the States. Now, I don't know, I know in other countries, they're a little bit more, they're freer to have better advertising. It's like, gee whiz, what do you mean to, record myself giving pot reviews? That'd be worse. I don't know.
Man, speaking of that, I wish I could see cigarette commercials. Do you remember those cigarette commercials?
On television?
Yeah.
I
Not
don't
for
know when they.
Because I looked
long
them.
time.
I looked up on YouTube just to see because I was thinking I know they existed, but I looked them up like, man, they're kind of funny, but it's like they used to have cigarette commercials, and now those don't even happen. You don't see those.
I think it was in the 60s when they beer commercials or alcohol commercials, you couldn't show them someone consuming it. Because I've seen it was like the last beer commercial where someone drank it. It's a black and white. It's in the mid 60s, I think.
But why, sir?
Yeah, that was dumb. So what do you think for 2019? What are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to getting off my ass and finish writing these damn books so I can get this comic out. I want to try to do Indiegogo soon, but that's all I'm looking forward to, is moving my ass.
Yeah.
Setting goals and finishing them.
You're not looking forward to episode 9?
Hell no.
The Last Jedi goes out for snacks?
Fuck. Wait, The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi to go out for snacks. Yeah, there we go. To go to White Castle. That's episode 9. To go to White Castle. Because remember it was a thing where they said that it was supposed to be a sentence, the new trilogy. That's what it was supposed to be, like a whole sentence.
That's dumb.
That's
dumb.
Idiots.
Yeah. No, I like your idea. It's going to be Ray and Chewie go to White Castle.
Hey, it's Harold and Kumar. Imagine meeting you guys here.
Right.
Neil Patrick Harris, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
I know why he got popular. He wasn't that funny. Neil Patrick Harris.
To go to Endor.
Because he's Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah, okay, and there's nothing that appealing about it. I don't know why he got so popular, like I said. Just because he was that guy on that one show.
He was
Hauser, MD.
I don't watch that show. I'm not ancient.
Because he came out of the closet, so he got popular for a few years.
So he's a faggot.
He's like the less sleazy Charlie Sheen.
I would rather have Charlie Sheen. At least he was in Platoon.
Yeah, but he's gonna smell like tiger pee.
And he got tiger blood, man. Shit. He probably invent drugs with his. You could make drugs from his blood alone. Start processing them. Call them Charlie Poppers or something.
The only things I'm looking forward to this next year: Avengers Endgame, Godzilla, King of the Monsters. The more I've seen of that, the more interesting it looks. It looks like it's going to deliver a lot more than the friggin' 2014 one did.
It does.
And me and pre-wife getting our van and just hitting the road.
Like, what kind of just a regular van? You don't get an RV?
Just some, maybe an RV if we can afford it, but just something that we can sleep in the back of and just go and not be tied down to a dump like this anymore and shitty neighbors.
Mm-hmm. Well, are you gonna? You should get a license plate that says Road Warrior or Road Warrior, like on Frasier. I don't know if you watched that show.
Yeah, no, we're gonna get a license plate that says "Leave us alone."
I would go. Can you fit all that in there? Say, I'll make it.
I don't. Just whatever.
Just try, damn it. I mean, don't say you're gonna do something and not do it. Don't be like Brian.
The point is, we want to get the hell out of here and just cut loose.
And where are you at?
We're currently in Vermont.
Vermont.
And it sucks here.
Oh. Oh. Do they do a lot of drugs in Vermont?
A lot of weed, a lot of crack, a lot of meth, and mostly crack that I know of.
Man, where's with crackheads living on that side of the country?
Yeah, a bunch of shitheads.
Like, most over here is like a bunch of potheads. And a lot of them are at least what's the word? They're not idiot. Like, you couldn't tell, they at least can maintain their lives while being on it. I know a bunch of people like that at my job.
No, people around here are just fucking like one step up from deliverance. It's pretty bad.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. It's so hard to find jobs here because, like, the state's just literally dying in front of your eyes.
Hey, maybe if you're lucky, they'll start shooting Marvel movies over there.
Yeah, right. There's no fucking... No, it's like... We have like one of the oldest populations in the country because young people won't stay here because there's no fucking jobs. It's too expensive to live here. It's too far to commute anywhere to get to a job. And it's like the government's here just a bunch of idiots. They're upping the minimum wage, which was a great idea on paper until you realize that we're seeing the end of the full-time job. If employers got to start somebody at $15 an hour, guess what? You're getting 15 hours a week if you're lucky.
Yeah. Oh, God, I'm so scared. Like, I feel like my state is the last one's going to be held out, and then we're going to get fucked too. So, hey, come down to Texas when you get that van. Let's hang out.
We might. We're thinking we were throwing ideas about where we want to wind up. I was thinking maybe going to Virginia for a while and see if I can get in part in some Charles Cullen movie, but fuck, we'll go to Texas.
Fuck yeah, man. We'll go shoot some guns and shit. You'll love it.
I don't like guns, but I'll go. We'll hang out.
What? What'd you say?
I don't like guns.
Why not?
I don't know. I just don't like them.
Well, you get like a scared when you touch them?
No, I just don't like them.
They're phallic?
That's all. No.
That's okay. I don't care. No, I really don't give a shit.
One thing's a weapon, the other one's your gun.
Ooh.
The other you have fun.
Well, you got to at least shoot at least a few times. You don't have to like it, but just try it. Because I'm going to take LMP. Just like you try being gay.
Girlfriend?
So what?
That's when you're talking about anal, right?
You
don't have to like it, just try it.
Yep. Just like Loudy probably does every time. That's how he gets them. He tells them that.
Butt stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Speaking of which, I was listening to an old episode, like in the teens, when Kendo claimed that Loudy's girlfriend was pregnant. So I'm like, I don't know if that ever
I was
happened.
gonna say you can't get pregnant off of anal, so
Not unless you go really deep.
uh-huh.
I might do that, Appalachian American.
Uh-huh. Well, what'd he say?
Well, he said he's in Roanoke. Hit him up if I ever get down there. Do you know about Charles Cullen, like on public access? Because I fucking love that guy.
Who?
The director called Charles Cullen. He does ultra low budget horror movies and stuff on public access. The guys are just such a character.
I feel like you have told me about him.
I've told you about this before.
That's what I'm saying. I figured, yeah.
Yeah, I interacted with him, and he was so cool about it. He set me up with freaking copies of every movie and DVD he had.
Oh yeah.
The guy's amazing.
I knew I recognized the name.
So I always tell anybody about him I can to spread the word and get him more following because he deserves it. He put so much passion and love into his work, and it's so deliciously cheesy. I mean, he's got movies like Night of the Bums and Slaughter Claws and The Day the Whole Fucking Earth Blew Up. Killer Clowns from Kansas on Crack.
Wait, that's the whole... Damn. Oh, shit, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
Who did the Thanksgiving
Look him
one
up on YouTube because he's amazing.
Okay. Well, just send me the name on the chat so I remember the name.
It's just Charles Cullen. It's that easier to remember.
Okay, Charles Cullen. Cullen.
Charles Cullen.
Charles Cullen. Roger.
Cullen. No, not Roger. Charles.
Roger. I'll look him up, don't worry.
All right.
Mr. I don't like guns.
Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you.
He's really good with the bow and arrow at 20.
I'm sure he is.
Fuck you.
Hey, I ain't your buddy, friend.
Nerf guns.
All right. We're digressing rapidly. You guys about done?
Yeah, we're done playing with each other's balls.
You leave my balls alone. You play with your own balls.
Uh-huh. You can't stop me.
Yeah, I kind of can.
No, you can't. You ain't got a gun.
I got a hefty walking stick.
All right. I'm sorry, Brian. Were we digressing?
I don't know.
What were you talking about?
Yeah, I'm going to take a couple of these things out of here. So, Hall of Fame. I'm not even going to try and say her name. Faye is her last name. You know what? I didn't even look up where she was from.
Oh my!
Who cares?
I know, right?
She's
them tiggle bitties.
Yep, that they are. I think this is Thai. I think she's from Thailand or Vietnam. I'm not sure.
I don't know. They all look the same to me.
Does it matter?
It might matter.
Yeah, as long as there ain't nothing in between the legs, you know what I mean?
No, not as far as I can be able to find out.
Yeah, that'd be Joel's apartment.
Joel needs to get his ass on here. That's what I know. All I know.
Yeah. We should try to get all the old bullshitters in here at least once.
Yeah, I did send a message to Erik, so Loudy, Dan, Oggs for president, and Phil, but no one responded.
I've asked Phil a couple of times. He always had some excuse. I'm like, damn it, dude, if you don't want to do the show, just say so.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll see. Eventually. They'll want to interact with us peasants.
Yeah.
Oh,
because they're so fucking important.
Mm-hmm.
They've washed their hands of the whole podcast thing. Been there, done that, moved on to other things.
Yeah.
So,
never going to get Lucky Phil's foot shirt.
Yeah.
Good. I want a Lucky Phil's foot keychain. That's what I want. So people see, was that a foot? Like, yeah, it's Phil's lucky foot. And just be like that. Like, he's got a metal foot now. Some come up with something stupid to say.
He's got a peg leg.
Yep. I think when Jeff was doing when Jeff was doing the live stream for Black Friday in their line, I had asked, I said, "Can I see Phil's metal foot?"
Oh.
And I said, "Dan looks like a lesbian with a beard."
That's kind of accurate, actually.
See, all right, and he just no sells it like his usual self. Like, okay.
Well, that word that I can't pronounce may actually just mean model, and Faye may actually be her name. I don't know.
She was like one name or whatever.
It does come back as Vietnamese from Google, so we'll have her in the thumbnail. I got 3 pictures that have, I'm just kind of busy, but lazy. But I did rename it to the Mexican Invasion, and I put on there that she's not Mexican in the thumbnail, which I won't be able to upload until YouTube has finished munching on the channel. So yes, here's for a more prosperous 2019. And may the episode 9 be so bad that even the people who have now defended these movies for 4.5 years are like, or 5 years now, just like, oh my goodness, or has it been that long? Has it been 3 years? It's only been 3 years.
Yeah.
Saying, yep, we're done, and Disney can go suck their own dick. We're not going to do it for them anymore.
Yep.
That's kind of where I am. That's what I want to see. And I want to hold this job more than 9 months. All right. Thanks everybody in the chat. The Appalachian American, David Applegate, LP has been in there, and who else?
Grim Falcon. Steve, what was it? Steve Pina?
Or Pina, I don't know.
Pina.
No. He only made the one comment.
Yep. Remember
or no, he did
video. Subscribe, share it.
Like pineapple. Okay. No, he did. Yeah. Love the show. Thanks, Steve. Thanks for stopping by. Lapis Anus trolled early on, and Steve Lazat. It's a Z. A Z.
Stevius.
All right. Anyone else we miss? We had a good crowd tonight.
Yeah, everybody spread the word, share the video, get us some more people in here. We want to build the show and look forward to a bigger year and all that shit. And, whatever words and sucking ass. And just, tell people to subscribe to the damn channel.
Yep.
Give us your goddamn money.
Fucking money.
Yeah. That was one of the things of putting this stuff on BitChute, and having to transfer the descriptions and everything. It's amazing how many links I have to get rid of because Frankenthug doesn't come up anymore. The one where the NC-17 episode where we had Daniel Page and the thumbnails, and I gave links to where I got those. That site's not there anymore. The Incarnate Studios site isn't around anymore. It's like,
sad.
It's all sad. And Erik Ward, hopefully we can join us at some point. And, we'll be counting down to episode 100, which should be sometime next year, right? We're on, it'll be late unless we skip, like we did this year. We skipped several weeks. We're at 63, so we just have 37 more to go.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll do some kind of
in a row.
Huh?
37 in a row?
Yeah. 37. So what would that be about August? July or August, right?
You think I know math, for fuck's sake?
Well, see, 26 would be in July, and there'll be another 7 weeks. So yeah, August sometime if we don't skip any. Should be around early mid-August. All right. Thanks everybody. Thanks for stopping by. And thanks for in the chat. And I got to find the thing so we can go off the air.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right. I think I found. Nope, that's not it. Shit. All right. There it is. All right. Good night, everybody. Have fun.
Later.